I told her that we're short on scotch tape, so save all the pieces of tape while you
Really? Oh, it's actually covered. Oh, you want some of this? Wait, oh, it's a ground tire. Wait, is this an ATV?
Open it up out of the plastic.
Can I put it on the ground at least?
Yeah. Although Grandpa. There you go.
Parking.
Now you gotta stretch it.
Packing list enclosed.
Oh no, just there it is, bro.
No, but it says packing list enclosed.
So that tire is the same tire that's all poofed out, except for this is a new one. So now you got two of them. He's finally got two matching tires that will hold air on the ATV. So my son's been used to broke-ass dad, and I did promise him new tires for the ATV for Christmas. Things didn't work out that well with work this year, and then the final blow was work that I was dependent on that got doged. But this tire was in Ahab's shop, and Jean helped us as we were helping her by giving us this tire. Was unmounted. Actually, both of these rims were in his shop and they'll work just fine. We've already tested them on the old tires that were on it. And this new tire I just ordered for his birthday, and Ron Turchin did most of the work while I videoed him. Actually, we worked together, but it was all Ron because he's done this a million times with tires. And I wanted Caden to be there, but he can't. We need to get it done. So I made the video so that Caden can see what we did. Thank you, Ahab, for collecting those old tires on the rims and that one new tire. And thanks, Jean, for giving them to us.
We're not saving this valve. I don't know how old it is, but we're not going to save it.
He just screwed that on. Now he's popping the old valve off. And there it is.
That's garbage.
Who knows how old that thing is?
It feels pretty crusty. So, and once these start leaking, you have to do that, but you also have to pop the tire so you can put the new one in because it goes in from underneath. Or you have to use that fancy tool I got that you can put it in and hit it with a hammer.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Other one.
Just so I don't lose it.
Okay, fits it just inside the tire and the rubber off the rim. Now you got a leverage bar somewhere?
Yeah, bright orange one.
Well,
It's in here.
of course it's in here somewhere.
That's why I didn't know.
Here we go. Ah, there we go. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe. I know you're not going to, but try this. Though I think it's going to be a grind off with water inside. I think it might be a grind off.
Damn.
You can see the rust that was holding it.
He just used the grinder to break the feed, but I didn't get it on video. This tractor didn't even break that steel around there. There's the steel that he got with the grinder.
And right here is the little ridge that we had to get past.
All right, let me push the rest of this one off. Do the same thing on the other side. Watch yourself. Don't get close.
That's the cutter band, or a head. Now with that steel broken, Caden, now he can get it over that little elevated spot
I
on
don't
the
think
road.
we're going to do anymore. We'll just put a patch on this and leave it the way it is.
Perfect. Just put some crazy glue on it.
And old duct tape.
Can't just use a plug.
I think I only got 2 packages. I might need 4 more.
Yep. Yeah, that did it.
See, that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, inside the garage with that
With
thing.
that inside thing. That's
Yep.
it. All my trailer tires did it. Even that truck tire, every one of them came off. That truck sat underwater a few times.
But not this. Yep. Side 2. Is there anything you don't use this tractor for?
Not much.
Just by the way, Caden, that's why when this tractor broke down, he spent a ton of time. How long did it take you to fix the tractor last time it broke down?
Not too long, maybe 2 months.
Yep, but by God, you didn't give up, did you?
No, I had to take all of this off. And this is one piece. From here to here, the metal's that thick on this part.
And you couldn't use the tractor to get the tractor parts apart.
Exactly. I had to use little hand pump things and
Chain hoist.
I bent my chain hoist thing over there because it was too heavy. All of this had to be lifted
Yep.
out and moved over. And this had to be lifted up and taken off. And,
But to get a new one, you probably had to sell your house.
well, I saw a used tractor and I thought about it, but I couldn't justify $40,000 for a 25-year-old tractor in the back.
Yep.
So I didn't do it. That's
Yep.
the only one I saw on sale at the time.
Dang. Guess you're gonna have to use the grinder again, huh?
Yeah, it's looking like it. Yeah, it's easier. I mean, this part here, just its own weight is like probably 2,000 pounds.
Yep. And it's still not pulling that apart.
It's not doing anything. Plus, I got 10,000 pounds hydraulic.
There he goes. He got the steel. You heard it pop. now we
This one
can.
wasn't that rusty, but it was rusty.
Yep. But now we can go in and take care of that and clean off the rim. Good job, Ron. Thank you.
Mouth.
Caden,
We
we
do a 12
put this
inch.
in. We put this in and screwed all this in to hold it in place. Now he's got crowbars or tire iron. Those are actual tire irons. Yep. If you were working with me, Caden, we'd be using tire irons and things that you're not supposed to use, like screwdrivers. Of course, it doesn't matter too much with this old tire. All right. You want me to hold which one? I can hold this one.
No, don't hold anything.
Okay. I think you've done this before.
A few times.
Yeah. Here.
Find the spot and catch it.
There he is. He's got them sticking out. And Caden, we could do this whole project at home with the tire irons. Only had we tried, we would have gotten pretty frustrated. Because we never would have broke those off. The way that whatever this sealant was. All right, and we'll be taking them to Collier County Recycling.
I would suggest you clean it.
It's rusty and it's this
Look at
glue stuff,
Look at that.
whatever that was.
Yeah.
It's a step up from Fix Flat, I guess.
Evidently.
All right, this is what the old tire was.
Somebody glued this on. I've already cleaned most of it. This little piece here wasn't too bad, but still needs to be cleaned. But, I mean, that's like thick paper and glue. I don't know how they ever got it in there. But it sure made it hard to get the old tire off.
Yep, there's the old tire. He had to take it outside and use the tractor and look at this stuff in there.
Oh, yeah. And there's more of that out there.
Yep. And he's been cleaning this all up. You see, I'm
Doing it with a wire, power wire.
Oh, yeah. So, anyway, I wanted you to be doing this, Caden, but that's okay. We don't have
We're gonna
time.
put in the fancy chrome.
Oh, cool.
Air
The air
valves.
valves, so they don't get broke off or nothing.
Yeah, these are steel.
That's awesome.
Just remember, if you take it in to have it done, tell them, don't bust these off with a hammer. They're good for life. They're
Yeah.
stainless steel.
Yeah, good. And there's the two tires. Hopefully this one that looks brand new is fine. It should be. This one that's brand new definitely is, but this one hopefully is too, because we don't really know where it came from.
Let's check something out real quick. All right, there it's new. Here
Yeah.
it's dirty. There's
Yeah.
a new spot.
Yeah.
Just this part.
And it's still got all the little
Yeah, the
things.
rubber tabs are all over it. So he hasn't driven it very far.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. It's done with. Ron just used this inside there where the valve stem goes, and that's what we did it with.
And rock it up so that the rubber's, it's got a rubber gasket.
Right there.
And you get one side in and then you push towards that side and push it up. The other side's
Side.
in.
It's
And
good.
you put the washer on it. You put the nut on it. And you put your glasses on so you can see if you're lined up.
You don't want
That
to
in a
cross thread
different hand.
anything?
I guess I could.
Now, anymore, I don't remember if these were metric or if they were SAE. Now, you do not take a ratchet and ratchet that sucker down. If
All right.
anything, use a finger ratchet. No finger ratchet is these things. That should be tight enough.
Because it's just the
You
rubber. You don't want to
wanna-
wreck the rubber.
You want to squeeze the rubber, not crush the rubber.
Kind of like when you're dealing with O-rings on plumbing for pumps and stuff.
Right. You don't want to crush it to where it breaks.
Or it gets
You just
all.
wanna
Yep.
Squeeze it to where stuff doesn't get around it.
Yep. Caden, this doesn't mean you can use the ATV as a submarine, but just putting a little oil on there to
It will.
protect.
Yeah, it'll help from the air that we're putting in it on a humid day. Even though I put a dryer on it, it's not that dry. It's just one more use for STP.
There you go.
It'll cling better than spray oil or anything else.
So it's the STP treatment.
Yeah. I've done it before, and a few years later tore up the tire, took it off, and there's only 2 spots of rust where the STP wasn't, and I don't know why. I probably was in a hurry and didn't do it that well.
But that proved that it was working.
It proved that it helped.
Mhm.
But I get so tired of changing my tires because I do it myself, and I don't have the $25,000 machine that takes them off and puts them on.
This thing works pretty well though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Except for when it's glued like that.
Well, yeah. For that, I've been threatening to make a bead breaker device that I've seen on YouTube for heavy duty tires. We're talking like
Like tractor.
truck
and
tires,
Yeah.
tractor trailer tires. Make it out of pretty much just scrap iron. But I go, I won't need it. And then I'm out there using
The tractor.
to take tires off. They say this stuff is really slippery. You can find out.
And you want that to be slippery at this moment.
Oh yeah, you want it to slip right on. And it won't come off before it explodes because of the depth here. Once it's evened out. We have to actually deform the tire.
All right, Ron. So I'm gonna try to get this on
You're
here
gonna do this.
because Ron refuses to act his age. He just put a roof on what, a year or two ago.
A couple years ago, yeah.
Yep.
When I was a young man of 73.
So, Caden, to get this on here, Ron put vice grips here so we could work it over, which we did. But now we got to get this seated all the way past there. And we tried pushing on it and we couldn't quite get it. So Ron's got a plan that he's probably done way too many times. And using this strap. It's a short ratchet strap that keeps falling out, but it's short, broke off, so that's why he's using it in here. And because this is a brand new tire and it was all scrunched up, plastic wrapped, it makes it a little more difficult.
If I had a blower, it'd be no problem. But I don't have a blower.
Yeah, at the tire shops, they basically burst air into it.
Yeah, they got a tank. They shoot it down in there and it just...
Yep. I liked your idea of throwing some ether and a match in there.
Hey, that works. On the side of the road, more than one person's done And it does work. I've seen videos. I've seen it on television.
It must work.
Sometimes they do it 2 or 3 times. They'll spray and spray and spray, and the guy stands back. Whoa! Big ball of flames come out, and you hear boom, and the guy, hurry, get some air in it before it falls off. All right, that's one strap. It was a way to do it in the past.
I didn't get this on video, but we had 2 ratchet straps, one here, one there, and then he put some air in there. Now he's getting the
Schrader valve.
Yep, but he had that valve off so he could burst some air in there, and those ratchet straps brought the stuff at least close to the edge of the rim, so he could do that.
Tug and it popped right
Popped right up there.
with the air.
Yep, yeah, which that was pretty good. And that's the quietest air compressor I ever heard when you started putting air in.
Yeah.
So we got tire number 1 over there, good to go. He's putting the STP treatment on there again for tire number 2. Tire number 2 was the one that was up in Ahab's shop, so we only had to buy 1 new tire. And these are the tires that we actually used one for a little while, but they were definitely, one's got so many plugs in it, it was like my old truck that I used to drive at the old home sites in Picayune for work. Just too many holes. These tires, the direction doesn't make a difference with this tread. So Ron again is acting his age and doing stuff that you should always leave for Grandpa to do. Yes, Caden, this would be your job. You're supposed to do this stuff. If you were here, we'd have you force that on there. And I'm holding the video, which last time, really Ron did most of the work. He did that part of it last time.
Yeah.
And
Because
then,
that's the easy part.
right, now this part.
Now, as you can see, the tire's so much smaller than the rim. How are you going to get it over that rim, you know?
So,
And we forgot to put the
up.
valve in.
Oh yeah, we'll
First
get the
time
valve
we
in.
forgot to put a valve in. Probably
All right.
helps to have the nut for the valve and the washer.
All right, and again, we getting the valve in, and he's got us seated in there from underneath.
There it is. You can feel it when it goes flat. It won't rock at all, hardly.
Do you remember what socket size that was?
Uh,
It's barely on.
put it right up against that.
Okay.
So you only have to go the one direction. Push down here and keep walking it around. Keep going ahead. Keep going. Keep going. You're halfway there. Get down in the
Oh, good.
hole. All right, keep going. You're over half. You're getting to the hard part.
And it's getting, my hands are getting greased up.
All right, this one's a little tighter. Hold it.
Get the tire iron.
Hang on. Watch your fingers. Don't pat your fingers up.
That vice grip quick.
I'm expecting it to pop up, but not until it's gone.
All right.
All right.
Sometimes you have to use a spoon. Last time we got away with
We
it.
got just doing that. And that's what I wanted you to see, Caden, because
Maybe we should have filmed the first one.
you took the actual valve part out of there so he could.
Hey, don't get your fingers in that.
Yeah, it's right here is the gap. There we go. Well, I could do a little bit first so that Ron could tell you. Now, Caden, don't do it like the way your dad did it. Do it like this.
I'm just loosening it a little bit.
But those other tires, they had,
They didn't come off like this.
yeah,
at all.
because they were glued on with something.
I got a feeling these rims aren't going to look so bad.
Yeah.
Is it coming down or?
Yeah, it's going down.
Yeah, I feel it too.
Feliz cumpleaños, mi hijo. Ya tienes dos comas nuevas.